Um, Hello and welcome to a video about our website, thebeautifultruth.org.uk. My name is Josh Jones and this is Lawrence Southgate. We're making this video to promote our site and its purpose, which is to debate and to stimulate debate about religion, virtues and morals, and how atheism comes into all that and how they all interrelate with each other.
So we're looking for people to register and post articles or just comment on the existing articles and stimulate some sort of interesting discussion.
Yeah, definitely.
And I suppose what the main purpose of it is to promote atheism or anti-theism in a positive sense, and to sort of discuss the various philosophies surrounding it and arguments against religion and that kind of thing.
Yeah, I think it's important as well to show that our stance completely relies on our own beliefs in morality and virtue, and that we believe taking responsibility for our virtues and for our own morals and the choices we make is an important thing to consider in our atheism, because atheism a lot of the time is defined by its lack of faith, which in most contexts is considered to be a very negative thing without moral or virtue. Which is important to show that our stance is based entirely on moral and virtue.
Yeah, and it's important to say that just because we don't believe in God doesn't mean we don't believe in anything at all. And that's kind of another purpose of the site, is to sort of promote the positive things that we do believe in. And yeah, it's not completely a negative site at all.
It may often come across that way with some of our articles, but it's very there's a lot of anger kind of towards religion, but it's important to note that it's not so much it's perceived as anger, but it's not so much anger. It's more as the importance of showing that religion isn't scientifically or philosophically relevant to our times or relevant to how we should act or anything in our society at all. And it's important to be very, very aggressive in proving that point before we can move forward and decide for ourselves what morals and virtues we're going to follow.
And I think that's like you said earlier, the main issue with religious morality is, like we were saying, our morality should be based on a personal sort of sense of integrity and responsibility, but religion kind of takes that away from people, and it's demanded of you and commanded how you should behave, and that's not a very good basis for morality or any kind of philosophy. And I think that's the main objection to religion. I suppose I don't know whether there's any other objections to religion we could discuss.
I think the value of truth is something which is, regardless of philosophy, of virtue or morals, if we're not pursuing truth, then we're not going anywhere. And most of all the advances of civilization have been through finding new truths about science, about science in all forms of architecture or of medicine, all these things. And if without the pursuit of truth, we're not going anywhere. So religion becomes largely redundant.
Well, yeah, and I think from my own study of religious ideas and the criticism of them, it just comes across that religion is not based in truth at all. It's based on ancient superstitious ideas that date back from a sort of outdated period. And I mean, it's useful to learn about, to get the sort of context of what these people used to believe in, but it's certainly something we should move away from in society, because it does have a sort of heavily negative effect.
Especially in less developed countries where theocracies are still largely in power, and that's where the most negative effects can be seen.
And it's like in a lot of Islamic countries, apostasy, which means leaving the faith of Islam is punishable with the death penalty, and that's the kind of thing we're talking about. This sort of people. Well, the way I see the Bible, it doesn't seem to be anything esoteric or spiritual or anything really aimed at the next life or the eternal or whatever. All it is a rule book for dictating to people what they should do in this life, and it appears very man-made, and it's just full of a lot of awful rules and things. So yeah, and we're just saying our stance is that the book, whether it be the Bible or the Quran or the Torah or any religious texts, they're just not conducive to a moral society.
And through stimulating debate about these discussions and about whether God is great and whether religion is great is what we hope to achieve, and through doing that we hope that the people, perhaps atheists who are in religious societies or religious families, could be encouraged to speak up for what they believe, and give atheism a more moral branding.
Yeah, I mean, certainly in certain places in America, like this, the Bible Belt, sort of Texas and Alabama and places like that, someone who is an atheist, in those kind of places, atheists are quite discriminated against, and it would be difficult for those people to come out and express their atheism. So we're hoping with our site that it can give a voice to those people as well. I think that would be one of the best things we could achieve, is sort of helping out people in that position that it's kind of difficult for them to, they don't want to buy books by Richard Dawkins and Christopher Hitchens in case their parents see them, or things like that. It's kind of hopefully giving a voice to those people.
Yeah, and the more it can grow, the more it can be, the more that community aspect can thrive, especially online, which is one of the main reasons why we're doing this online, is because the wealth of intelligence and wisdom that far outweighs our own is available to us, and I think having somewhere where this debate can be fed and by wisdom people is very valuable.
Yeah, and I think that's one thing religious organisations seem to promote is censorship, and they kind of, especially in theocracies, that any criticism of religion would be completely censored, and the internet is a forum where it's uncensored, so that all these arguments, criticisms and things of religion appear on the internet, and they're free for everyone to access. So it's kind of, the internet is the best possible format for this kind of promotion of secular morality or whatever.
And this site is easy to register on. But although you don't actually have to register if you want to comment on the articles, if you register you can set up your own articles and your own ideas, and that's what we mainly encourage, is for people to not just comment on our articles, but make their own articles, suggest what they think should be discussed, or any particular experiences they've had with religion, or kind of thoughts that they've had could benefit the site.
Yeah, and also we're hoping to have discussions like this on YouTube as well, so you can also, we're trying to get involved with the community on YouTube as well, so if you want to post comments on this video, suggestions and things like that we could deal with in another video, or video responses and things like that. We're basically just trying to get some sort of community of like-minded individuals together. Yeah.
And once again, that's www.thebeautifultruth.org.uk.
Right.
Yes, so that's a general summary of what the site's for, what it's about, and what we hope to achieve.
Yeah, so we'd like to encourage you to go along to thebeautifultruth.org.uk register, post your comments, any thoughts you have on what we've been discussing, or post comments in the comments section of this video. I'd also like to take this chance to thank the user from leagueofreason.co.uk, MRavers, who's sort of been showing support for our site, and his website is ponda.co.uk. That's Ponda. Yeah, check it out.
Yeah.
Thanks for your support. So yeah, and thank you for watching.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed it.